Still waiting for a big smile out of you. You're up 2-0. What's the story? Are you not happy, or you're only half happy, or?
Still to be happy about.
You're up 2-0.
Job's not finished. Job finished?
Hold up. It's running one.
I don't think so.
Siri, play that new shit. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. To Rick's Blazing Takes. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you here with me. I appreciate that. So without further ado, let's get right into it. SimWorld, what up? What it do? What it look like? This is Rick Blaze coming to you live and direct with another episode of Rick's Blazing Takes. And you know we got a lot to talk about. A lot's going on. SWBA has started. Can we get into it? Let's talk about it. All right, let's start it off really quick with what I want to get into. The SP gods got it correct. Well, let me rephrase. Not the SP gods. The SimWorld U gods got it correct. The SimWorld U gods got it correct. The SP25 came out a few weeks ago, and a lot of you, I know myself personally, was perturbed and disturbed by some of the rankings in the SP25, mainly starting off with Tennessee at number 2 and Alabama at number 3. And what happened? The SimWorld U God says, hold my beer, watch this. Because on last night, Alabama went up number 3. In my mind, number 2 Alabama went up against number 5 Duke. And number 5 Duke squeaks out a win as Weaver for Alabama attempts a 3 that does go in, but it was waved off a little bit after the clock had went to zeros to end the game. So Alabama loses by 2 at home to Duke. So what does that have to do with today's show? Well, the SimWorld U gods got it correct. They correct the mistake of the SP25. Alabama should have been number 2 this entire time. And Tennessee should have been number 3 this entire time. SimWorld God says, I got y'all. Here we go. The SimWorld U God says, I got y'all. So instead, Alabama loses. So now what happens? Now the SP25 stats rankings are correct. So what happens now that Alabama lost last night? Nothing. They're now in number 3. They remain in number 3 because they should have been in number 2 in the first place. So they should have dropped from number 2 to number 3. But since they didn't do that, because the SP25 was not in accordance with how it should have been, the SimWorld U God says, I got you. Let's make it right. And so by making it right, Alabama now is at 3. They should stay at 3. They should not drop. Now, for Duke beating the number 2 team in my eyes book, they should go up. So that Duke at 5, let's go ahead and put them up to 4. Let's drop the Gonzaga to 5. I know they hadn't lost the game. I understand that. But Gonzaga they've got they have 2 wins against top 25 teams, 2 wins against non-top 25 teams. Duke just beat the number 2 team in the country. Duke goes up from 5 to 4. So my new SP top 25 rankings as far as the top 5 are as follows. Kentucky number 1, Tennessee number 2, Alabama number 3, Duke number 4, and Gonzaga number 5. And SP, I ain't mad at y'all because now y'all rankings look legit at the top 5. Even if you want to keep Gonzaga at 4 and Duke at 5, I think Duke goes up to 4. But now you have Tennessee and Alabama in their respective proper places thanks to the SimWorld U gods who corrected the mistakes by the SP25. Yep, I said it. So what happens to Alabama? Nothing. They stay right here at number 3. Argue with your tea lady, not with me. All right, let's go to really quick. Talk about SWBA action that took place on last night. I want to talk about a game specific, the Lakers versus the Timberwolves. But I want to talk specifically about not actually the game itself, but I want to talk about the history that was made last night. LeBron James suited up for the LA Lakers and his son suited up for the LA Lakers. They were both on the court at the same time. That is the first time this has happened in professional basketball. We've seen it with the Griffeys on the diamond, but this is the first time it's happened in professional basketball. So shout out to the James family for making history. Shout out to Bronny for his dreams coming true of making the NBA roster and playing. I really should be on there or not is a totally different conversation, right? But shout out to LeBron and Bronny for making history. Whether you love, like, or hate the Jameses, you got to respect that. What son wouldn't want to play with their father on a professional level? What father wouldn't want to play with their son on a professional level on the same damn team? You got to give props to that, man. Win, lose, or draw, you got to give props. Now, my personal belief about Bronny, he needs time. He's not ready yet. He could probably turn into a 3-and-D type player later on down the line. He does have LeBron in his DNA. So you know the boy got to have some, you know he has some talent, right? But he's 6'2", so that's going to limit his ceiling, right? LeBron wouldn't be LeBron if he was 6'2". 6'9" is what LeBron is. His son, at least not Bronny, didn't get that height. So he's probably going to be a serviceable 3-and-D type player for the remainder of his SWBA career. Let's talk about it. Let's cuss and discuss. I want to talk about it in chat. I ain't going to hold you today. We get into the business. We get in and we get out. What do you think about the SP25 now that Alabama has lost? I think they right where they should be at, baby. Number 3. Let's talk about it. Your cap or DAP? If you have a cap or DAP question you want me to answer here live, send me a DM. Ask the question, DM. I'll give you a credit or not credit if you don't want it. And then we'll talk about it live. That's it. That's all I got. See you on the other side. Peace.